So Twitch is making their website even worse if these changes go through that have been announced today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about some new changes that might be coming to Twitch. These were announced today. It came out in a Bloomberg article. And I saw this over on Twitter, and I knew the moment that I saw what these changes were that I was going to make a video about this, because these are some of the dumbest things possible for Twitch right now. And I don't get it, man. I really don't understand how these websites have such a hard time running themselves, right? You would think with all the thousands of employees that they have, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they have in the bank that they can use, right, that they would be able to muster up some ideas that are good. But it seems like that's just becoming increasingly a rarity these days, right, where they actually make the correct decision, where they're not making their website worse. And Twitch is pretty notable for that, because for some reason they love just making bad decisions as a company. They love just isolating their streamers and isolating their viewers. It's like an Olympic sport for this company, really, and it's been one of the major reasons why I personally have pretty much all but left Twitch. I've even considered in the last few weeks just outright deleting my Twitch account because I don't even really use it. Some changes to Twitch's monetization structure could be implemented as soon as this summer, the people said. Twitch staff is considering paring back the revenue cut of channel subscriptions granted to the top echelon of streamers in its so-called partnerships program from 50%, to 50% from 70%. Another option is to create multiple tiers and set criteria for how to qualify for each one, two of the people said. In exchange, Twitch may offer to release partners from exclusivity restrictions, allowing them to stream on Google's YouTube or Facebook. Updates to the partnerships program aren't finalized and could be abandoned, the people said. A representative for Twitch declined to comment. Viewership for live videos of people playing video games has exploded in recent years and has elevated a new class of internet celebrities. Twitch leads the market, but Amazon increasingly wants the site to make money over the long term. The unit has recently gone to work on new profit-driven programs, but some employees have said the shift hurts its users. There has been an exodus in recent months of top and longtime employees who said Twitch has lost touch with the community's needs, Bloomberg has reported. And this isn't the only mass exodus going on, right? I mean, I'm sure there's people like me out there who have just grown increasingly frustrated with Twitch to the point that they quit using the website too. But this isn't the only change. Let's go ahead and go through a quick little overview of the few changes that they're making, right? This is basically what's going on here. So they're trying to incentivize people to watch more ads. That's really what this is all kind of driven towards. They're cutting back the amount of money that streamers make to 50% from the memberships or Twitch Prime or things like that, the channel subscriptions, because this loss of revenue will encourage people to run more ads on their streams, while also giving Twitch more money because they take 20% more of that revenue from that purchase. So basically, Twitch is trying to make a lot more money, but at the same time, they're making the user experience on their website way worse by implementing more ads that nobody wants to watch. And at the same time, they're making the website worse for creators because they're cutting back the amount of money that you make on people purchasing channel subscriptions and stuff. So it's a lose-lose for the community. If you're in the audience, you're watching more ads. Your favorite streamers, in order to make up that loss of income, they gotta run more ads to cover that up. So, have fun watching the new Coca-Cola ad for the next 30 seconds every 5 minutes throughout the stream. And if you're a creator, you're making less money now, and Twitch is taking more of the money that you've rightfully earned. You gotta think, people are purchasing these channel subscriptions because they want to support their favorite creators, right? You don't buy a channel membership for my YouTube channel, or you don't buy a Watch Optimus subscription and see exclusive videos just because, right? These are features implemented on websites like this in order to reward the community for supporting the creators. And now creators get less of the money that they deserve in the first place for basically generating that transaction. It's literally the dumbest shit I've ever heard. The only people who benefit whatsoever from any of these changes really is Twitch. Now, people are all up in arms, at least they're getting rid of the exclusivity clause, yeah, at least they are getting rid of that. That might be the only good change that they've made here, but if that comes at the cost of taking 20% less money from your subscriptions and now having to run more ads and basically running your audience away even more, if that's the trade-off, then is it really worth it at the end of the day, man? I mean, like, this is a change that could have been made on its own, right? Like, at any given time, they could just make it to where you can stream this content on YouTube or whatever anyway. It doesn't have to be tied to any money move or anything that Twitch is trying to make here. So I'm not giving them credit for this because it could have done this a long time ago and made the community happy. Like with YouTube, they don't have any rules or restrictions against streaming your content on other platforms as well. I would assume unless like you're signed an exclusivity deal or something, like I guess if they offer you $10 million to stream on their platform, then sure. But I don't know, man, this is just something that could have been done elsewhere. And it feels like the only reason that this was even thrown in the first place was to just kind of gratify everybody and try to shut people up about the changes being made. Oh, hey, ignore all the shit going on behind the scenes where we're screwing you and your fans over. Look at the cool thing we did here. You see this? Like, I don't know, it's just such a shot in the foot. It's just such a terrible change being made. Like, you would think if the whole change that you're making not only hurts the audience of your website, but hurts the creators that make the website what it is, you'd be like, you know, maybe we can reform this, right? Maybe we can make some changes that makes this better for people. But that kind of like thought process for some reason is just out of Twitch's grasp. They just don't know how to handle that. It's impossible to get behind this. Making the correct choice and fixing something that could have been fixed, no, you don't do that. Make the website worse for people and make it harder to use for the everyday user, yeah, that's good. We should do that. And I get it, man. You know, I understand. It's not free to run Twitch. You gotta pay for your servers and for advertising and everything that goes into running this business. But this is a company owned by Amazon, which is one of the most valuable companies on the planet. And there's a million other ways to increase profitability that doesn't include destroying the experience for literally everybody who uses your website, okay? Now, I can't sit here and pretend I'm against internet advertising. Obviously, I make the majority of my personal income from it because I run ads on my YouTube channel, and we now run ads over on OptiWorld and stuff like that. But you can balance that out, right? You can find a balance to where your website's usable, you know, it's not going to run the audience away. That's possible. You know, other websites have figured it out. It's not like, you know, websites like YouTube are struggling with this issue. YouTube figured this out 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, this is something Twitch should have tried to figure out a long time ago, and it's something that they should have put more thought and more effort into because this is just not the move. It seems like every time Twitch does something to their website, they find a way to fuck it up even more. They find a way to mess up even more than they already have. Pretty much all of the feedback I've seen about these changes has been pretty negative. Creators don't seem to like this because, especially the ones at the top, are going to now be losing money. I don't really think fans are a huge fan, I should say, of the idea of having more ads on the screen, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure is worse for live content. Like, if you watch a YouTube video and you get an ad, it's skippable in 5 seconds a lot of the time. It pauses the video so you don't miss anything. But if you get a 30-second unskippable ad on Twitch, you've missed out on 30 seconds of live content from that creator. And you have to wait until that's like an available VOD to go back and watch it, I'm pretty sure, which in my personal opinion is way worse than having to watch like an ad on YouTube or see an ad on Facebook or whoever else the competitors are at this point. It's just such a bad idea. And it's another bad idea. Like, Twitch is just lining them up at this point. Like, if Twitch had a sports record in terms of wins and losses on ideas, they'd be like 3-70, right? Like, they would just have a terrible record. And it all comes down to stupid decisions like this. I mean, you genuinely cannot convince me that a bunch of fat cat businessmen sitting in an office like came up with this and devised it, was like, yeah, the users will really love this one, guys. This is the way out. This is how we make money on twitch.tv. Cause if it is, man, everyone in that business room needs fired, bro. I just don't see the end game for this working out well for Twitch. Like, yeah, you're more profitable, which as a business I get is your number one concern, but you've monumentally pissed off creators and the audiences alike. It feels like Twitch is becoming like prime YouTube, right? Where they just love to fuck up. I don't get what's going on in this company's offices or whatever, but you guys gotta fucking figure it out, man. Like, I've never seen a company so unable to make the correct choice. At this point, I think they may have surpassed YouTube with the dumbass fucking decisions, because it seems like every week now there's like new info coming out where Twitch is just screwing up in some way. I mean, you know how many videos I've made where I've had to like negatively talk about changes that have gone on Twitch? You shouldn't have to do that every single week, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for people who actually still use Twitch, because not only is it becoming very quickly, in my opinion, the inferior streaming platform, but they constantly make decisions that just spit in the faces of creators and audiences alike. It's insane, man. So with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out OptiWorld down below as well. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about the new Twitch changes that haven't gone through yet, and signing out.